Hi guys, so welcome back to Storytime with Marika. By that title, you already know what's about to go down. Come on, this is Storytime. When I went back to school after I gave birth to Mateo. So this is kind of like a part 3 to my how I went to school pregnant. Then I went to that school for pregnant teens and teen moms, and now I'm going back to school. So after that school that I went to, if you haven't seen that video, go check it out. After I went to that school, I went for like 3 days, and then I stayed home from January to April, the beginning of April. I had Mateo in February, and well, while I was home, it was just me and Tay. And then I was just home. I wasn't, like I said, I wasn't getting work from school or anything like that. My English teacher sent me a couple of things, and that was it. That was basically it. And then I think my mom reached out to my vice principal, or my vice principal reached out to my mom, and they were just checking up on me. They asked, how I'm going and how's Mateo and all these different things. And she was like, she's good. Mateo already got his 2-month shot. He sat in daycare or whatever. And then she was like, really, she could come back to school. And my mom told me that, and I was like, oh my goodness, really? So it was at the beginning of semester 3 in Form 4. So they said that I could come back and we'll see how it goes. That's basically what they said. In my head, I interpreted that as this is like a test to see if I could really juggle school and mom life. And I mean, it depended on my grades for my 8 subjects that I was doing, and that would determine if I'm going to Form 5 or if I'm repeating Form 4. So I was like excited to go back to school and stuff. And when I was going back, I thought it was like a surprise to like my class and everything, but everybody knew. So yeah, when I went back though, I didn't have any friends because the friends that I had, baby, we just weren't friends anymore. Okay, that's all. We weren't friends anymore. And when I went back, it was just me, and I was just quiet there. And there's this one girl, I mean, she was always in my corner from like Form 1, but I like push her away, and I put other friends in front of that one girl. So yeah, but she was always there. Like, she would always come back. She would always be that one person when I had nobody. So when I went back, she was that one person when I had nobody. And hey, props to her, honestly. But anyways, so yeah, when I went back, I had nobody, and she came and she was there, she was with me, and I basically had to catch up. I had to get 2 terms work. So even though I missed 1 term, I had to get the term that I missed and still keep up with the term that I was in, well, the semester. So I was doing work for 2 semesters, and I mean, it was kind of hard because I already have no friends, and I have to ask not random people because they knew me, but still I had to ask people, and people who does do work and actually know what they're doing, for their notes and things. So yeah, I was taking notes from like 2 people for accounts and for business, so POA and POB, and For French, my French teacher had like lunchtime sessions with me to catch up with me. She was amazing. And for maths, my maths teacher had lunchtime sessions with me as well. No, French was before school, so in the morning I went early and we used to do like catch up classes before school. So before school started, and maths was at lunchtime. And yeah, and maths is my favorite subject, so maths was good, and I love my maths teacher. So yeah. English, when I went back, my English teacher had changed. My English English language teacher had changed, and I was like, huh, like, why am I in this woman class anymore? And then they explained that class was too big and this and that, and yeah, so I ended up in another teacher's class, and I was like, okay, whatever. And she was cool. I like the other one better, but she was cool. And then my English teacher that was helping me, that's my English literature teacher, she was still there. So yeah, and she already, was sending me stuff, and so I wasn't completely lost. But yeah, I just had to get like notes for like the novel that we were reading, and yeah, that's basically it. So yeah, I look like this, and my boobs were like two big watermelons, and they would fill up while I'm in school. And then my father would pick me up after school, and as soon as I reach home, I had to pump. When I get home, they were like filled to the maximum, and they were hard, and it's just a pump. I used to get like maybe 3 bottles of milk, and that's like I can't remember the size of the bottle. I think it's probably like a 7 ounce or 6, maybe an 8 ounce bottle. I don't know. And I was already a cow, so I used to pump before as well. So yeah, I used to have a lot of milk. This was my deep freeze. Like, if you all think I was kidding, this is my deep freeze. It was my deep freeze. So Mateo had a raw milk, and yeah. Going back to school though, it was weird. Because everybody was, before when I was pregnant, everybody was watching me. And when I went back to school and I came back, everybody was watching me. So it was like the girl with the baby, and I was there. And some people commented on my video with how I went to school pregnant, and they said that the teachers knew. Let me tell you why I knew the teachers didn't know. When I was pregnant and I was going to school, the students watched me away, right? When with the teachers, they didn't look at me up and down, they didn't assess me, they didn't ask me random questions like you good or anything. And news is spread fast in any business, so if one person knew, everybody would have known. And let me tell you why I think that as well, because when I was in like form 1 and form 2, I used to get real trouble, and people like teachers used to come to the class already geared up, ready to deal with mischievous Marika, because yeah, so they already knew that this girl is she maltaught, so like something like that. So if they knew, like if one teacher knew that Marika comes to school pregnant, then the next one would look like how these students will. One person here that Marika pregnant, so and so say Marika pregnant, and then they want to come to my class, so they want to look at me, stare at me, and be like, yeah, for real, she looking pregnant. The teachers wasn't like that at all. And when I went back, they were like that. They were looking at me, they asking me how I going, and they just looking at me up and down, assessing me and all of this. So it's and they used to look at me like, how did you do that? How did you get away with all of this? So yeah, I really think they didn't know. They didn't know at all. So yeah. And the students, like I said, I didn't have any friends. I changed my seat because I used to sit next to the people that I used to talk to. I changed my seat, I think, but I didn't change it like crazy. Like, I used to sit here, I just move up a seat. So I shouldn't even say that I switched seats, honestly. But yeah, the teachers were nice. They welcomed me back. My form teacher was really nice. The students were nice too. Some of them were fast. Yeah, that's it. The same girl that was always in my corner, she came to Mateo's christening. She was there. We even before I went back to school, we were like hanging out and stuff. So yeah, it wasn't hard to adjust back to, you know, the setting of going to school, because I missed school and I really wanted to go back to school. And once I was done with third semester in Form 4, I think the last day of school, no, within the last week of school, my dean, she came and she told me that I passed all 8 subjects. And I was like this. I was like, okay, miss. But when in my head, I'm like, what? Like, we go into Form 5 and there's no, you know, repeating. And I just prove a whole bunch of people wrong, because, how you could tell me I can't do something if you ain't seen me do it? So, yeah. When she told me, I was thrilled, honestly. I was dancing in my head. But I was like, okay, miss. And I woke up and yeah. But that day was really, really good. And I passed all 8 subjects. And they said I couldn't do it. And, you know, and I told my mom and everything. And yeah, that was it. But if my school told me that, you know, I really had to repeat, and that's without giving me the chance to actually prove myself. If they had just tell me that, you know, I have to wait till September and I'm doing over Form 4, I wasn't going to do it. Sorry to say, but I was not going to continue school in that school. I would have just do it privately, study for my passes outside of school, and get my sexy passes, my O-levels, privately. Do it as a private candidate. And yeah, because ain't nobody was going to repeat a form for what, you know? And that's if they didn't give me the chance, of course, because everybody was like, there's like this thing against people, young girls that get pregnant. Like, they think that you get pregnant and that's it, like your life just over. Like, no, I am living proof that if you are pregnant right now as a teen, you can do something. You can get your passes. You can succeed in life. I mean, yeah, I ain't finished yet. I'm still studying for my bachelor's degree, but I get out of secondary school and I will get out of university and I will get my job and I will be successful. So just try to shut it out. Don't listen to these negative people at all. But yeah, I really hope y'all enjoyed this story. I love y'all so much. Oh my goodness, I love y'all. Oh, if y'all didn't remember, we have big things coming soon. Our surprise video for January is coming. Stay tuned for that. I already have the questions and stuff. It might have to be in 2 parts because y'all asked me a lot of questions. So yeah, if you don't know what I'm talking about, just go check out my Instagram at ma.rikaa. So yeah, and yeah, stay tuned for more. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Bye.